From the unfriendliest city on earth, this is the Kent Avenue Effect, February 3rd, 2017. This report includes, but is not limited to, civil disobedience, snaking cars, driving back and forth. I finally figured out why they're doing this. It's to shine the headlights of the car on the houses on either side of the street to draw more attention. Speeding isn't enough, caravanning isn't enough, booming stereos isn't enough, roaring pipes isn't enough. The scumbags have to add to their antisocial behavior an additional antisocial behavior, snaking, by shining their lights on the houses. Okay, so a pickup truck is a utility vehicle. It's not NASCAR. The illegal exhausts have to go. I call it roaring pipes. One of the videos is there are layers of crime. Running the stop sign, booming stereos, speeding, roaring pipes, suspicious activity, and then there's gunfire. It seems the dog across the street heard stuff that the microphones don't pick up, but we have some gunfire. And then someone rides by on a mini bike. Fortunately for us living here, the mini bike wasn't making that annoying buzzing sound. The person riding it was not going real fast, even though he was singing, but quietly, which is okay. But I don't believe mini bikes on the street at 10 o'clock at night is legal. I might be wrong, but I just don't think that's legal. And then there's a long conversation after all the gunfire. By the way, the gunfire was aimed at me. Yeah, the neighbors were shooting at me. They just don't have the courage to come out into the street and shoot at me. They might get an unwelcome surprise, and they know it. So afterward, I have a nice long talk with officers that I call after a car goes by at 90 miles an hour. Yeah, 90 miles an hour. And I have to add that the police are not the solution. It's not a police problem to stop these cars from going by at 90 miles an hour. It's an engineering problem. So the police can only react to reports from the dispatcher after the fact. What we need is proactive. And the only way to prevent these people from doing this is to keep them from going through the street continuously for 3,000 feet. They're able to get up to 90 miles an hour. I did some rough calculations. Now, the eye may not see the speed accurately, but the camera and the clock don't lie. From one end of the street to the other is 3,000 feet. Covering that in 33 seconds is around 100 feet per second, which is an average speed of 68 miles an hour. But from the south end of the street to the stop sign near my house, covered that in 13 seconds. That's 115 feet per second. That's an average speed of 78 miles an hour. Even though average speed is high, top speed is much higher, 90 miles an hour. I don't care about justice. I just care about quiet and safety. I don't care about justice. I just want quiet and safety. The founding fathers were pretty good about, dividing up authority, even though authority actually doesn't exist. It's in the mind of the beholder. While I might be using 21st century technology to talk to you, Shreveport is still in the 19th century ethics, where the absence of property is the same as non-existence. We start out with this snaking maneuver. This social degenerate at 1 o'clock in the morning, revving his engine, sweeping his car back and forth to shine his lights, yes, on my house. It's a utility vehicle, not NASCAR. I call those guys who think they're a NASCAR by illegally modifying their vehicles, I call them NASSholes. This segment is the layers of crime. Again, more NASSholes. Notice how he dipped his car at my house and then crossed the street and then back again. NASShole. There is a boring part here, but I thought it might be interesting to see what's going on. I'll leave it up to your imagination. Whoops, slipping through the stop sign. Here comes that scumbag NASShole again. Layers of crime, running the stop sign, speeding, and booming stereo. 3 at the same time. Walking with the traffic is wrong. If you're walking, you should walk against the traffic. And then this guy riding the bicycle, singing with headphones on. What if a car was to come up behind him and actually not see him? Do you think? Nah, that couldn't happen. Not on Kent Avenue. It's safe here. Nothing bad ever happens. So the other night I go outside to photograph this really nice conjunction of the moon, Mars, and Venus. So I turn off the front porch light, and this happens. Wait for it. Wait for it. That's the sound of my screen door closing. That's the sound of the neighbor shooting at me with a .22. Coming into view is a telescopic view of the intersection. Notice the shadows of the people across the street moving on the house, hiding behind their house while shooting at me. And then a few minutes later, there was this mysterious explosion. I can't explain it. Never heard it before. It was very loud. I've long suspected my neighbor on the corner is up to no good. This suspicious activity is another confirmation for my suspicions. So you can't see in this image, but this could be the pizza man delivering a pizza. Why are they exchanging packages? Why did the car pull in and then pull out with the lights off and pull in and then pull out? What's going on here? It's very suspicious. example of high-speed driving in a caravan. They're accelerating to 60 miles an hour. Then the dog across the street is barking. It hears something I don't. And then there's this. Here's just an example. Running the stop sign and accelerating to 50 miles an hour. By the way, that's twice the speed limit. An example of accelerating to 60 miles an hour. And here's the mini bike. Notice it's 10 o'clock. The guy's not wearing any safety equipment. There are no lights. He's not going real fast. The mini bike is making that annoying buzzing sound, but I just don't believe this is legal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Running the stop sign at twice the speed limit. Now here we go with 90 miles an hour.
Oh boy. How can we help you? This situation is going on too long. The car just came through here at 80 miles an hour. Didn't even slow down. So, you know, all I can do is record it. But that's even dangerous on the freeway. This is not a freeway. Someone doing that puts everyone here in danger. Because a car going that fast will go right through a house, through the air, especially with these ditches.
Let me ask you this here, and this is my first accident over here in a while. Would you be willing to do this for us from now? Keep us from having to smoke in, do the paperwork, turn it in, and get late and go. Could you just call us and have us come over here and check the phone, do a periodic check or whatever? We don't mind doing it.
I understand that. I'm telling you this because I feel that this is not a police problem, but who else am I going to tell?
No, it's fine for you to call us. No, we don't have a problem with that coming over here at all. That's not a problem at all. We're saying, would it, could you make it a little easier for us in the future if you're willing to work with us by saying, hey, guys, send a police officer over here and have them come up here and patrol the street. I just got a car that comes to speeding or whatever. Do you mind sending a patrol unit over here to kind of sit a little bit to kind of monitor the street and stuff like that? What kind of do?
I understand. Realize that I haven't seen one go this probably 2 months. So
just tonight, first time in a while?
that fast. I mean, cars come through 60 miles an hour all the time.
Okay.
But when you guys do this, they literally are going from one end to the other, which is 3,000 feet.
Okay.
And, you know, like 15 seconds. So they're, 15 seconds out of the 2 months. I call the mayor's office, the concerned citizens all the time. I said we need an engineering solution. Traffic engineering needs to do something to keep people from doing this to us, because somebody, is going to be drunk or something, or, at that speed, just a momentary lapse of control, and they're off, going to a house. And, what can I say? It's so upsetting that, I'm sitting here, I'm in bed, and I hear this that freeway sound, and the car, when they hit the intersection there is a little bit of a ramp. The car leaves the ground going through the intersection. That's what catches my attention. So I'll go back and look at the video, and the car is going from the intersection to the end of the street in 10 seconds. That's 1,500 feet.
And I guess what my question is, wouldn't that be not satisfactory to you if we just take you in periodic checks and to kind of watch the rest of it?
I understand, what you're saying, and I understand that's what you have to do, or that's one of your options. The reason why I keep calling the mayor is that I want a solution to the problem, and I feel that I keep hitting those buttons. The mayor's office, the engineer, the chief of police, the dispatcher. I keep touching those buttons, and month after month, year after year, it's the same problem over and over again. Because the solution is not being considered. So what are you wanting them to do as a solution as far as stopping the speeder that comes through here once a month or whatever? Once every once in a while, something like that. What's the solution that you would like to? Okay, an engineering solution would be a traffic signal. So that a car can't go through here. They have to go around the traffic signal.
Have you ever suggested any speed bumps or anything like that?
Speed bumps won't work.
Oh, it'll work.
Because
you got the same one. You got the same ones coming through speeding.
The neighbors will complain. That's why there are no speed bumps in this town. Because everyone complains and they get taken away. So they put them in, they mark it as a hump. I was just on Preston yesterday. There are big letters hump all down the street. And all the humps have been taken away because the neighbors don't like it. The intersection can be modified, and it won't affect the traffic on the street.
So is that? Let me ask you this here. Besides speeding, is that like one of your main concerns when blowing that stop sign right there? When they come through here at night, they at a high rate of speed.
It's not the stop sign. It's the super fast speed. It's a weapon of mass destruction. Car going that fast. It'll literally go up, flying through the air.
What solution do you think you give us right now while we're here to solve the problem? You as a citizen. What solution?
All I can say is periodic check. Tell your higher ups.
that you think that we need an engineering solution. You know,
Now, when you say engineering solution, what type of
traffic calming? A traffic engineer knows exactly what I'm talking about. We have a traffic engineer in this town, and even though he has a reputation of being hard to get along with, he knows what he's doing.
Okay. Have you talked with that person?
Yes.
What did he say?
I've been to his office, I've talked to him face-to-face, talked to him on the phone, I've tried to educate the elected officials on just what traffic engineering is. It's very clear that other cities have, you know, other places have traffic engineering solutions. You know, there's the chicane, there's the traffic circle, there's what they call speed tables, not a hump, but a speed table. You know, and everybody on the street is a tenant. Remember, I own this. Okay? These people who live here don't care. Because they arrived yesterday and they'll be gone tomorrow. New tenants right here. But, you know, a month ago, was a different set of people there. They don't care.
I wish we had control over it. We don't have any control.
Well, that's the way things.
But we can try and help you with this for periodic check. We don't have a problem with doing that every night when our hands are not tied. We'll come through and we'll ride the street, patrol or whatever, you know, every chance we get, you know, to make sure there are no speeders on the street. We can try and do that, you know, from this day on.
I can tell you that there are notorious characters here who have these illegally modified vehicles. You know, I call them roaring pipes. You know, it's illegal exhaust system. And when they're out doing their thing with their roaring pipes running back and forth, if you show up, they all know you're here. They know you arrive when you roll into the subdivision because they all are SMSing each other. So it doesn't do any good for you to roll up and try and catch. You catch the people who don't know you're here. The notorious offenders, people who live here, know you're here. So
but as of tonight,
that's a separate
subject. But as of tonight, just try and finalize things for now. Is that satisfactory to you? That we can just come through here whenever we're not tied up or anything like that. So some nights we get real busy. We would love to be able to come up here and sit up here.
I'll let you sit in my driveway.
Yeah.
I don't care.
We would love to be able to come up here and sit up here a whole shift for you and watch the street every night.
I know
but our hands are tied and that's impossible.
I know it's a matter of money and all that stuff.
And another thing, we can't determine when somebody's going to come up down the street.
I know. That's
if
what
we
I'm
knew
saying.
it,
That's why I'm saying it's very good. So do yourself a favor. Google traffic calming. It's trafficcalming.org. You know? And it's very well organized. And just all the solutions. And of course, again, it's always a matter of money. But there's also a political problem in that the argument that I've been told by some of the elected officials is that their neighbors have to want it. No.
Okay. It's almost like a petition thing. Almost the whole entire neighborhood has to sign off on it.
I tried to do the neighborhood watch, but nobody shows up. So that you know, we need a solution. We need an insurance solution. Damn the neighborhood. I'll say that. And I'll say, pardon that, you know, I'll say these people here think that I'm a bad neighbor, but I don't go to their house and bother them. They come to me. So the guy going by, he's coming to me. He's going in front of my house, putting me personally in danger and my property. So that's why I call.
Okay. So as of tonight, how can we help you here? What do you want here tonight?
Just interact with your people.
Okay.
Tell them about traffic calming. Because traffic calming makes your job easier. Because you don't have to come here all the time.
The question that I'm asking, do you need a report for tonight?
No.
Okay.
Like you said, it falls on deaf ears.
Yeah, I swear they call up like this.
I have a pile of them myself.
You do okay?
Yeah.
You know?
And I tell you, other people have filed them on me too.
Yeah.
But we'll do that for you, Mr. Salsburg.
We're,
Let's put the light on. Every chance we get, we'll patrol
Okay.
through for you. Every chance we get, and just watch the neighborhood, watch the traffic and everything.
If you notice I haven't called much lately.
Right.
Thank you.
We appreciate you,
Inquiry.
giving us that break like that.
It is the dead of winter.
Yeah.
Right. And, yesterday was 85 degrees.
Right.
Harbinger of, add 45 to that for
Yeah.
August.
Okay.
Because that's what's going to happen.
All right, and I'll pass it on to the other guys to ride up this way as well. He and I will pass it on to them. Same thing. Whenever they're up this way, kind of patrol the neighborhood every chance we get. Because they switch us around a whole lot.
Yeah, you have to go with the flow.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll take care of that for you.
Thank you.
All right?
From the unfriendliest city on earth, this is the Kent Avenue Effect, February 3rd, 2017.